Well, good evening and welcome back to the Man Cave. Ready for another video. Now this one, I'm calling it Chasing the Dragon because this harks back to the 1970s when I was an ardent rally goer, or at least a rally goer, let's put it that way. The one rally that everybody had to go to or wanted to go to was the Dragon Rally, but because it was held in the depth of winter, I just wasn't hard enough. Big roughy tufty mountaineers, still not hard enough. But however, this time, my 70th year, time to do it. Now they've not been able to organise it last year because of COVID, and this year it was only one night instead of two. Again, I would imagine because of COVID, but it just had to be done. So rode across on the Friday. A night's B&B in Llangollen. Very nice ride across, and then Saturday morning continued to ride over. With the Dragon Rally, what you do is you pick up the details, the exact details of the rally from a control point, which on this occasion was the club's headquarters, Conway Motorcycle Club's headquarters in Conway itself. So you go across, and I found out that we got the details, and the rally was being held at Llyn Gwynant. Now it's a lovely campsite at Llyn Gwynant. I've used it a few times, and I really look forward to going to it. The weather on Saturday morning wasn't too bad, but as I rode across, it was getting wetter and wetter. I turned my camera off because I didn't want it to get waterlogged, damaged. So everything from the control point onwards is just a few stills, that's all, unfortunately. But I got to the rally site, and by the time I got to the rally site, the weather was, and a lot of people have said the same thing, biblical. Heavy rain, strong winds. At first I thought, I can't do this. But no, I thought, I've come out this way. No, it's a rally, it's the Dragon Rally, I'm doing it. I put the tent up, got it all sorted out, and then sat in my tent on my chair and watched the water level rise. When it reached over an inch, I thought, sense of human failure. Packed everything away, roughly packed everything away, got back on the bike and rode off with a tail between my legs and came home. It was just horrible. It was, as much as anything, it was a comedy of errors, because I hadn't even thought to pack my spare clothes in plastic bags. Everything was sodden. I just couldn't see any way out of it other than to come home, so that's what I did. I have to say, on the way back, I overtook bike after bike after bike, all laden with camping gear. They hadn't been camping anywhere else. They were coming home from the Dragon Rally too. When I was there, a lot of them turned up there, no intention of camping at all, and just turned up, got the badge. There's the badge, the coveted Dragon badge. Just to collect the badge and go home. It's not true to the game, that isn't really, but I just gave up. I just lost my sense of humour, as I said. But either way, I got to the rally, I got my tent up, I just didn't sleep in it, you know. But anyway, see what you think of the video. Hopefully it's a bit shorter than my previous ones, but see what you think. Some of the views on the way across on the Friday are worth videoing anyway, so I'll put it out for you to make your own judgment, let's put it that way. Okay, thanks again, and as always, if you liked what you see, give us a thumbs up and even subscribe. I'm over 100 subscribers now. That's really exciting for me. Anyway, so let's get better, shall we? Thanks anyway, cheers. So that's it, we're on our way. Welcome back to the channel anyway. This is a little trip that I've been looking forward to for nearly 50 years. Back in the 70s, when I used to go to a lot of rallies and helped organise rallies as well.
There was one rally I never got round to, and that was the Dragon Rally, always held in the depth of winter, and it was very much for the hard men of the rally scene, really. And I just wasn't one of those hard men, I really wasn't. But either way, for COVID reasons, it's not been able to be operated for 2 years. But it is always a rally that I wanted to do, so maybe just being nearly 70 isn't the right time to do such a thing, but then when have I ever been sensible? And the rally's always held within spitting distance of the Conwy Valley in North Wales. And you know, although I used to spend a lot of time in North Wales at one time, but then we discovered for ourselves, we discovered the lakes in the mid-70s, and latterly Scotland. I've spent so much more time in Scotland and in the lakes that Wales is sort of taking a back seat for me. So my visits, I'm trying to think of a word to describe the lack of frequency of my visits to Wales. Sporadic. That's a good word, isn't it? Sporadic. Yeah, so my visits to North Wales have been sporadic, to say the least. The first stint of the journey is really quite pleasant across the moors. This in front of us is the Mermaid Inn, or was. Very historic pub, but a good few years ago now it closed down as a pub, and it's now just self-catering accommodation. It's a shame really, but when you look at how remote it is, there's no regular custom, and it was struggling, to be honest. So we're looking out in the distance to the right, across the end of Tittisworth Reservoir just disappeared, and Hen Cloud and the Roaches, that gritstone escarpment, and beyond looking out across the Cheshire Plain, which is the direction we're heading really. So we'll switch off from here, and I'll come back to you in a little while. Cheers. Welcome back. We got the boring bit out of the way, and we're just coming towards the cafe for my lunch stop. It's a little bit late for lunch, I know, but a little bit of muck on the road. It's never good to see. Nice little set of twisty, bendy roads. Just outside Mould at the minute. And where we're coming to is the Old Stores Cafe. This place opened up a few years ago, not too long ago really, specifically as a motorcyclist or bikers cafe, and it's an absolutely magic little place. All motorbike memorabilia all over the place, photographs, videos, motorbike racing videos on a loop, running all the time, and the bacon butties are good and cheap, so yeah, my sort of place. So this is the Old Stores Cafe. It was a shop at one time, but that's a long time ago now. There's a few bikes here, what a surprise. switch off. Check everything's still here. Yep, all in order. Let's go for a coffee, etc. Like I said, it's an absolutely magic situation. Little stream down below, complete with ducks. And lots of memorabilia. And into the cafe we go. Hiya. Can I have a bacon bat, please, or a bacon roll, and a large tea, please. Thanks. Great place. Absolutely great place. Thank you. How much is that? Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well, that was a particularly nice bacon butty. Welcome back, by the way. The Old Stores Cafe, just outside Mould. So now we're going to towards Llangollen. But I have a little stop to make before we get to Llangollen itself, so bear with me. Excuse me, suitably refreshed anyway. £3.80 for a large bacon bap and a large mug of tea. Can't fault it. Right, the roads are a little bit boring for the moment, so I'll switch off just for a while, and I'll switch back on again when we get to the place I have in mind. Welcome back again. Having dispensed with a few unpleasant miles of dual carriageway, we're now on the main road into Llangollen. Oh, VW variant, that's unusual in this day and age. Nice to see one on the road. Right, bear with me, and I'll join you in a few minutes. Well, the best laid plans and all that, I've come down to this place because it's so spectacular and it's got such historic importance. but I've just been told it's closed. It's the Pontcysyllte aqueduct on the Llangollen canal. It's closed to both water traffic and the towpath along the side. So I'm just hoping that we can get a view of the thing. It is a spectacular aqueduct. It carries the canal across the valley bottom, about 126 feet above the valley bottom, and as such it's the highest canal aqueduct in the world. It was designed and built by Thomas Telford, that great Scottish civil engineer who's featured in so much of my commentaries, so many of my commentaries up in Scotland over the years. Stone pillars, cast iron girders and plates to make up the viaduct itself. We've got a decent view of it. Like I say, about 126 feet above the valley bottom down below, and it's not the best of views, admittedly, but hopefully you can see through the bars the narrow channel that narrowboats take across there. It's only suitable for narrowboats, nothing wider. Narrowboats are just over 6 feet wide. But it's exciting. I've been across on a boat, and it's exciting if you stand on the right hand side of the boat as we go from this direction, because there is no fence there at all, and it's just a long drop into the valley below. So yes, the Pontcysyllte aqueduct. Try and get as good a view as I possibly can before we go. It is an incredible feat of engineering, and I'm glad I took the time to have a look at it. Llangollen's only a few miles just down in front of us, but we go round by road, of course. So that's it. The Pontcysyllte aqueduct. Righto then, that's dispense with the aqueduct. Don't ask me to pronounce it again. I find English hard enough, never mind Welsh. But this run into Llangollen, it's a lovely stretch of road. It's only a few miles, but it's a very scenic few miles. And the weather's holding for us, for today at least. Be nice if it could hang on for another couple of days, but no. Very wet and very windy. It's the forecast for tomorrow and Sunday. Just the time to cover the Dragon Rally, you know what I mean. So depending just how wet it is tomorrow, making our way from Llangollen to just outside Conway, depends whether I actually do any filming or not. I've filmed in the rain before and it's worked out okay. The Llyn Valley is a case in point. I just don't like the idea of waterlogging this camera. The limestone crags up on the right are part of the crags that constitute an area known as World's End. Although you probably can't see them with this camera, This is the canal alongside us, by the way, on the left here. This is the Llangollen canal that leads up effectively to the aqueduct. The Pontcysyllte aqueduct. I think it's fairly close as that. Either way, it's the best you're getting out of me. It's a very modern sculpture that a bunch of grapes signifies our approach to Llangollen itself. It's a lovely little town, is Llangollen. But before I go to the guest house, I'm going to nip into town and fill up with petrol, ready for tomorrow. I'd rather fill up in dry weather than in the pouring rain, to be honest. So I'll leave the camera on as we ride through Llangollen itself, so you can see, for those that might not have visited Llangollen, you can see what a pleasant little place it is. There's also a preserved steam railway that runs from Llangollen itself, although I doubt if it's running today. You can see as we come into the place, it's very touristy. Always has been, back to Victorian times. I wonder how many of these are going to the Dragon tomorrow. Well, that sort of sprung on me quite quickly. I thought it was further out of town. This is Hillcrest Guesthouse. It's my home for tonight. My last dry night until Sunday night. Oh, the ruins of the castle up on the top of the hill in front of us. Can you see in the distance? It's a really nice afternoon. It's a shame not to be riding when the weather's like this, particularly when the weather's going to be as bad as it is over the next 2 days, but I need to get settled and make some plans. Marvellous. Right, I'm not on my own either. There's a few other motorcyclists. I would say they're all Dragon rallyists as well, so not on my own. Right, nice to have you with me today, but otherwise I'll see you in the morning. Cheers, folks. Well, hello again, folks. We're back on the road. We've had a nice comfortable night in the B&B, and the traffic lights are changing especially for us. The worst of the weather has either passed through during the night or more likely is waiting for us to arrive, so I'll run the film, I'll run the camera for a few miles because the run from Llangollen up towards Betws-y-Coed is really quite a nice run, but I don't have enough space on the memory card to do the entire journey, so I'll try and cover the best bits, if you like. En route to the Dragon Rally. It's the 60th I don't know if it's the 60th anniversary or the 60th running of the Dragon Rally, so it's a bit of a special one, is this. And I think I might have mentioned that normally these rallies are held over 2 nights, Friday and Saturday nights, but they've not been able to hold the Dragon Rally for 2 years because of COVID, and I think the one night is again because of COVID, basically, to make do. They make the best of a bad job, I suppose. Best way of describing it. But walking around the town last night, there was an awful lot of bikers and motorcyclists, if you like, whichever way you want to look at it, filling the pubs, getting a bite to eat. A lot of people had the same idea to make a weekend of it and to have a night B&B. I think some have gone to another small rally that was being held last night. Just look at those hills over there. The sun's shining on them, you know. It's who knows what's going to happen today? Who knows? Gunnels with camping gear, so doesn't take too many guesses to work out where he's on his way to. What happens with this rally? We don't know the site, we don't know the location of the rally until we actually get here. So we go to a central meeting point, which in this case is the headquarters of the organising club, the Conway and District Motorcycling Club. Where we're given the location to ride to. So there's people converging on their clubhouse, if you like, from every point of the compass, really. Right, so I'm going to get these two guys to come past me. Judging by the fishtail silencer on the first one, it might have been a Velocet, but I couldn't see. The tank was covered in tank bag and rubber and gubbins, you know, so I couldn't see. All I could see was the fishtail silencer. So, and the other one was well, it's not quite standard, I don't think. It's what we might call a rat bike. Just enjoying the ride today, to be honest. Now, if any of you saw the run, a video of the run up to the Ponderosa Cafe a few months ago, up to the right is where I went. I left the main road just back here and took the back roads up onto the main road to the Horseshoe Pass. Always nice to see a sign of Betws-y-Coed, which means we're heading effectively for the heart of Snowdonia. Right, I'll switch off for now and switch on again a little bit later. See you in a bit. Now I'll switch back on again for the run into Betws-y-Coed, and I think once I reach and get to the other side of Betws-y-Coed I'm going to switch the camera off completely and put it away because it's getting wetter all the time, and I know the camera is water resistant, but I don't want to take any chances with it. But this is a nice little section through here. See the river below us on the left. Lots of stretches of rapids and little waterfalls and cascades down there, but we can't see them all from the road, unfortunately. Silver fountain. It's a long time since I've been there. Used to be the place to go for a pint after a day's climbing. In the Snowdonia. The valley to the left of us, looking directly up to the left of us, that's the valley that would lead over to Festiniog eventually, and Portmaddock, I suppose, really. So we're just coming down to Betws-y-Coed. Betws-y-Coed itself is round to the left. We go straight on here. Oh, look at the sidecars. So that's Betws-y-Coed dispensed with. So I'm going to switch off now because it's getting a little bit wetter, and I don't want to risk the camera more than I have to. Well, I switched on again because the rain's dropped off a bit. Not dropped off completely, but we're approaching the control point at the club headquarters, which is where I pick up the location of the rally. Now I'm guessing the number of bikes I've met coming down the valley from Betws-y-Coed, I'm guessing that the rally site is somewhere in the vicinity of Betws-y-Coed. It doesn't take a genius to work that out when there's so many bikes coming away, as many bikes coming away as there are approaching. But we're only a mile and a quarter from the what is I suppose rally headquarters, really, the control point anyway. So let's see how big a queue there is to pick up the relevant information. Oh, yes. And probably buy a t-shirt. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Yeah. Here we are. In the shadow of Conway Castle. Flipping heck, I parked here with my coach. How times change. And the sun is trying to come out. Big queue. I'll not keep you switched on for the whole of the queue.